Man, up here getting dressed, people. But I had to make this video right quick. Get this off my chest. America is being played, and the real intellectuals out there know this. The real wise people out there know this. A lot of people see it, but it's like politically incorrect to address it. I mean, you got this divide between Dem, Rep, black, white, liberal, conservative, left, right. It's always a divide, right? And how many of you people actually sit back and try to figure out why there's always a divide, and why is the divide being promoted? Why is I mean, we've been going through this for how many years? How many generations? Dem rep, Republicans, Democrats. I mean, how many of you people actually know that both sides are being controlled by the same puppeteers? The elitists are controlling both sides, conservatives and liberals. And it's kind of sad to me because I know a lot of liberals are people who, are uneducated, who are living in unfortunate situations. A lot of liberals have, psychological or psychiatric disorders. And, a lot of liberals make up the poor class or lower classes of, income in America. So I expect a lot of liberals to make, irrational choices or say irrational things. However, I remember when liberals were, I'm from Berkeley. Liberals 20 years ago, 30 years ago, 20 years ago, yeah, not too long ago, they were all about ending poverty, stopping, starvation, uh, fighting off pollution that causes illnesses and stuff like that. Uniting everybody. That was the liberal. The conservative. Um, I mean, best thing I could say for a conservative is that staying organized, staying intellectual, staying academically, politically correct, and being there for the debate and usually winning the debate, when it comes to rationale or, when it comes to facts. Um, However, conservatives are supposed to be, you know, the intellectual side of things. And I've been seeing conservatives just fall for the bait every time. A liberal comes out and does something and y'all bite every time. It doesn't make any sense. Conservatives are supposed to know that elitists are controlling liberals. You're supposed to know that elitists are running the media and putting the spotlight on what they can use for their agenda. You're supposed to know that a lot of dumb people and unfortunate people get used for the vote all the time. I mean, conservatives are supposed to know all this stuff. So why in the hell are conservatives not putting an end to this stuff? They're playing along with the game. I mean, I'm seeing all these big names, and they're not. None of them are pointing out the fact that we're all getting played right now. So I gotta say, if you're a conservative, we don't have time for you being the child. Okay? If you see a bunch of liberals complaining about who gets to use what bathroom, I mean, do you really have time for that? When we have real serious issues going on in the world today. In America, we have a serious infrastructure issue. Our infrastructure was put up for sale back in the 80s. Nobody knew. There's all kind of secrets going on nobody knows about. China's taking over all our ports, taking over a lot of real estate, much, much bigger chunk than black people ever had. Uh, Very bigger. Hell, black people still make the least of the population right now, under Hispanics and Asians. So, whenever you point at the finger at a black person, you just look stupid. We all know Obama. Well, maybe we don't all know Obama, but I knew when Obama was running for office that he was a puppet. I mean, would they let a free-minded black man even go for office? Come on, of course not. They got to control them, right? Just like all the rappers in the rap industry, they wouldn't let a real rapper sit up there and educate all the black people in the black community. No, they wouldn't let that happen. They wouldn't give him no promotion. They'll just tell him, no, nobody wants to listen to you. And they'll shut him up, and they'll keep putting those ignorant rappers out there who can barely speak English. Because that's what they want the black people listening to. It's manipulation. It's always has been. So it just kind of messes with my mind to know that conservatives are in with the manipulation. Conservatives are supposed to be the ones who end the manipulation. If liberals can't do it, if liberals have been tricked, then the conservatives are supposed to come out and be politically correct and be direct and be on point and lay it all out, and boom, we right back to the show. That's the only point of having two sides of government. When one side fails, the other one succeeds. But if both sides fail, what the hell do we need them for?